Now, experiences, and you mentioned there's a lot of them out there that have kept quiet over the years for fear of ridicule, and I guess the fact that they just need someone to talk to, but don't need to go public with it. What what I wanted to ask those people that have had experiences with malevolent aliens. Um, are we talking about the same type of aliens, the ones that perform the physical abductions, and not the ones that you deal with through CE5?
I don't think so, because I'm almost sure we're not. Number one, CE5 is a human-initiated contact experience, and abduction is a CE3, CE4. It's non-consensual. So whatever's going on and whoever's doing that is not part of what we do as CE5. I have never heard of a CE5 group bringing in a malevolent spirit or a malevolent entity or physical being. Never heard of it, ever.
Okay, so say someone wants to get in touch with you, how do they do it? And then what's the process?
Well, they can contact me at darbyranchce5@gmail.com, and I'll send them the protocol. They can also go to etletstalk.com. That's Costa and Hollis's group. They've got over 25,000 members worldwide. And it's best to register with them, because Costa can put people in touch in their state or in their area or region. I mean, he's created groups everywhere in the world, from Israel to you name it. They're all part of this. But that's where I would go first, and then you can get directed to somebody in your area that has a CE5 group going. There are also other seminars that are held. Costa and Hollis put a wonderful one-week seminar in. It only costs about $400 or $500. Well worth the money, and the learning and experience you're going to get from it really is second to none. So that's where I would start. And then if you don't have people that are around, start doing it on your own, or find one or two people that you love and trust and who are interested in doing this. And it's a wonderful place to start. You meet some wonderful people. You will not meet any more kind, friendly, or more spiritually refined human beings than whom you will meet doing CE5.
Can you just give us an example on how you would start the process, and the type of thing you need to do to get this up and running?
Sure. Well, yeah, organizing a group. What I did was I went on to, there's a Meetup app you can download, and you can create your own group, which is what I did 2.5 years ago. There were 2 of us, and like I said, there was 155 as of this morning in the group. And, just put it out there. CE5, Dr. Greer had put together a Ambassadors of the Universe group, which I don't like the word ambassadors, but, you can join one of his Ambassadors to the Universe associated groups through Meetup. That's an automatic program that comes up on Meetup. Yeah, you can do that. You can name it whatever you want to call it. And you can use the protocol that I have. And the protocols are really very simple. And how to do this is really kind of very simple. We get together for generally my typical weekend, my monthly weekend with the group, separate and apart from the people that have become my core group, who are real antennas. It's kind of like, once you make contact, you bring your I don't want to say book of business, but you bring your book of friends with you, and there's a way to get in contact with these entities and continue to bring them back. But we gather, we have dinner together, we relax, we get to know each other, we get to meet the new people in the group. I try to pair up the new people in the group with the more experienced members so they can learn. We have a convocation in the house, which basically sets the tone, and the convocation can be anything. There's one in my protocol that that you can fall back on and use as a backup, but I begin the convocation with any number of things, and then we go out to the field where I call it the invocation, where we hold hands and we do a standing meditation, and then we circulate the energy from left to right through the group and focus it on the center. I have my friends call it a redneck obelisk. It's a 4x4 that's painted white, that's in the middle of the circle that we focus our attention on, and then we CTS, we sequence on up and bring our thoughts and our intention and our love and mutual compassion, and we project it, and we ask for contact from any beings who understand and see that we're there. And then we go back, and then we will go into, I lie on the ground, other people use gravity chairs, and then we just go into a meditative state, nice and simple. This past month I played a meditation from Eckhart Tolle, which everybody loved and enjoyed. And then we had quite a number of contact experiences after it. So it's just a matter of projecting that love and intention and relaxing and inviting them down and loving each other. And we also have some comedians in the group too. And it's funny how the ET manages to show when we're just doing nothing except joking around and in a completely relaxed state. So I also think that comedy is a higher form of consciousness, and for whatever reason, ET appreciates it.
And I believe you're a comedian as well.
Yeah, I was a catastrophic stand-up. I learned to do it only because that was one of my fears, is being up in front of crowds and having to be funny or humorous. But just like it was synchronicity. It brought me in contact with the man who taught me, who was also a contactee. And that man, who has since died, essentially, I inherited his best friend, which is Lou Angel, a professional comedian, and we do a radio show together that's based on CE5 and human-initiated contact experiences, and all the things that kind of pour in and lead into it.
What kind of information do you exchange with the entities? Is it all is it personal to the person, to each individual, or is it information portrayed out to the group?
Well, it's not so much. The download was a very, very special experience. But what you do end up doing, people ask me, how do I know what I just saw was an ET? And I said, well, the first question I ask is, did your heart jump out to meet it? And if they say yes, then it's like, yeah, that was it. And, that might be the fact that, you're in contact with some kind of gravitational waves. That's a theory. But what I like to believe is that this loving state that you're in attracts entities that are also capable of entering that loving state. And really, you do get, those who engage in CE5 a lot will tell you the same thing, that unless you feel your heart jump towards what you're seeing, then disregard it, because it may be something other than a non-human intelligence.
Okay. Just want to talk about disclosure for a brief moment. Do you think the ETs are actually waiting for humankind to actually wake up?
Who knows what they're waiting for, but those
I mean to get on that level you were talking about, rather than being basically we're a warlike creature.
Well, yeah, we can be. Jung would tell us that, we have to, that's the dark side, and that we have to resolve this dark side. One of the things that Jordan Peterson talks about is, if you can't conceptualize yourself as a guard at Auschwitz, then you don't understand the nature of a human being. And we're given free will to overcome these, the shadow part of our human experience. And that's exactly what we're doing with CE5, is you're overcoming the shadow. And that's why I think that ET makes contact with people who are able to do that. And as far as disclosure goes, we don't need disclosure who've already made contact. We know it's a reality, and we're there upping our spiritual game every time we go out into the field and share love and compassion and meditate and make contact. Disclosure is for people that just don't understand that the nature of reality is not just physical. It's there's so many different, there's so many different dimensions. There's so many different densities. And people who want to stay in the physical world, they are the ones that have the problems with understanding the nature of contact.
Okay, so on the scale, on the evolution scale, where do you think we are as humans compared to the ETs and their development of evolution? Say on a scale of 1 to 5, are we even a blip on that scale? Have we even registered?
Yeah, well, because we are intelligent life and we all matter. I mean, that's what has to happen with humanity. We have to realize that we all matter. And when we start seeing ourselves in others or seeing others as self, that's when we start entering unity consciousness. And that's what ET does for us. It sees us as themselves. So there is no difference. So, even though our ability, our cognizant ability or our IQs may be comparatively low, supposedly, to those entities that we're in contact with. I mean, these entities have had billions of years of evolution beyond us, billions of years. And, the fact that they contact us is proof that there is a loving creator who loves us and is willing to have what I would call physically, mentally, and spiritually superior beings contact us for the purpose of educating us and bringing us out of this horrible animalistic milieu that we've suffered from for many thousands of years.
So what do you think we can do to awaken people to the reality of ETs and NHIBs?
Is to, number one, calm down, realize you don't have all the answers, learn how to meditate. And then once you've learned how to meditate and what it's all about, then start reaching out for contact, whether it's directly to ET and following one of the protocols, one of the very simple protocols, or joining a group and doing it. If you have the fear, joining a group is a good thing, because when they appear, you have other people that are there that see the exact same things. And it's like, no, that wasn't just an illusion. I did see that, right? And I was like, yeah, I saw it too. And that's really important, to have somebody to bear witness to this experience you're going through. So that's why the groups are important.
And you're clear now on your role in all of this going forward?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.